Hi everyone, Abby here. Late night video as always since it comes, around 11 p.m. for me. Overwatch new patch for season 20. Now you guys know what I want to see. Let's not waste any time and get started with the changes. We're starting off with tank. Now Jungle Queen is doing pretty well, but it's not like she's a meta-defining tank. So the balance team thinks that she needs a nerf to the Carnage cooldown to 9 seconds. Okay, so they say that Carnage's uptime is high due to its cooldown refund on individual or multiple hits. Increasing the base cooldown reduces this while preserving the rewarding potential. Okay, I mean, sure, like, fair enough. Not a big fan of this change. I don't like it when we, like, randomly make heroes clunkier, because then if she's not hitting it, she's being punished even more, but okay, like, willing to see how this one plays out. Hazard. With the recent adjustments to Hazard's block effectiveness, we're restoring some of Jagged Wall's previous strength. This changes make a wall more reliable option for defensiveness and offensive pressure. The knockback damage is going up from 40 to 50, and the health has been increased from 350 to 400. This is actually a really scary change, because Hazard, with this type of damage numbers on his wall, is going to be Giga broken in 66. In 5v5, this can be very, very annoying. I personally don't really like Hazard metas. I can tolerate them to a certain extent, but Hazard is already very, very strong in Stadium, and I think this is an indirect buff to Hazard in Stadium, which just makes him even scarier, which, again, I can't tunnel vision just 5v5, because these changes also go to 6v6 and also to Stadium, unfortunately, because they refuse to separate the balance. So a little bit disappointing that, that they've not done that. Oh, Reinhardt. Okay, so surely, they're probably going to buff Ryan, because he's, like, struggling right now. So Reinhardt, Earth Shatter has the potential to swing fights and is generated quickly in close range game, increasing the ult cost, better aligns the charger with its overall impact. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're nerfing Reinhardt. What are we smoking? We're nerfing the tank that can barely perform, barely hold his own. We're just turning him into a glorified shield bot. So we're disincentivizing people from playing Ryan aggressively. What are we doing here, balance team? What is this change? In what world did Ryan need an ult charge increase? This is the one selling point that he had that allowed him to keep his, like, impact on a fight, because he could build Earthshatter quick and brawl. This is ridiculous. I'm not a fan of this change. I'm really disappointed with this. This is ridiculous. Reinhardt is a character that is struggling right now. Sigma, please, for God's sake, if Sigma gets nerfed, I'm gonna lose it. Oh, thank God, thank God. Hyperspace impact, direct damage increase. He needed this so long ago. But again, yet another character that isn't Genji gets a breakpoint increase. Like, okay, happy for my Sigma mains, but it is what it is. Bastion. So fire rate has been increased from 5 to 6 shots per second. This is actually really nice, because Recon is very, very weak, and this should help Bastion a lot. It's not going to make him, like, broken, but it's definitely going to help him out a little bit. Okay, so, like, these are nice changes for Bastion. Let's see how they fare out. Now Freya. Okay, this character they have to be really careful with, but I will be a little bit harsher with the way to deal with this hero. So I'm going to go slowly. I'm going to read what they say. So they're saying Freya's long-range kill potential comes from landing the bolts in quick succession. These changes will shift the power and break points away from take aim and move towards her base kit. Okay, reducing distant lethality while improving her consistency elsewhere. I mean, okay, like, I can see the Rev Draw crossbow is going to be getting buffed. If they don't tighten the spread or remove the bloom entirely on Rev Draw crossbow, then there's no point in doing this. Also, her HP should be 250. If she's not 250 while moving her power like this, we have completely lost the plot. So damage has been increased to 30, fair enough, from 25. Take aim takes a big nerf. This is a huge nerf. So take aim. It's actually really bad. Quick dash, distance travel increased by 15%. This is huge. Okay, so she can move around a lot. So I assume that's why they didn't give her 250 HP. Because they give her more quick dash, and then you take it with the other 20% perk, and you just zoom across the entire map now. Bolo shot hinder duration on the target increased from 1.2 to 1.4. I mean, okay, sure. Area slow has been increased from 25 to 45%. I mean, okay, but, like, you just said that you're gonna put the damage in the base kit. Do they understand base kit means also the ultimate? So why did the ultimate not get a damage rate? The ultimate is useless in terms of damage. If we're going to nerf the way take aim works, we have to give power in the rest of the kit. Why is the HP not 250? This damage is fine, but why is the bloom still as horrible as it is? Why have we not dealt with the spread as well? I mean, and it's basically the bloom, right? I don't want to call it the spread. The bloom that happens like after a couple of shots is horrible for her overall uptime. So if we want to turn her into a bit of a sustained fighter, we should give her the sustained HP. So why doesn't she have the 250 HP? And why is the bloom still there? Now, I assume the reasoning for it is because of the quick dash, but this is actually going to hurt Freya a lot more than people think. Now, I don't know how this is going to affect high-level gameplay for Freya. I think there will be windows where she can still, she can probably still thrive on the maps that she's like really good on with like really good coordinated follow-up. But I think solo queue, like playing Freya like in uncoordinated environments and bugs, like this is going to hurt her a lot. I see what they're trying to do, but I think this could have been a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. Like, I see the vision, but I feel like the execution is poor. You know, it's like this could have been a little bit better. I can't lie. Like, I want to try it out, but again, just want to try it out. I really don't know how to feel about this. Like, let's see how this goes. Junkrat. So the travel speed of Junkrat's grenade is limiting, especially with the overall increase in hero mobility. That's true. Increasing projectile speed without altering the arc should improve consistency while preserving the weapon feel. The frag cannon perk adjustment keeps its bonus within reasonable boundaries while removing the perk's downside. Frag launcher projectile speed increased from 25 to 30. Frag cannon perk projectile speed increase reduced from 40% to 25%. No longer reduce the ammo. Oh, this is an insane buff to Junkrat. Okay, so this is something my good friend Lucigo has been wanting for a very, very long time. This is actually going to help out Junkrat a lot in the neutral gameplay. So I kind of feel like Junkrat's probably going to start showing up a lot more, which is interesting because this character has been very, very bad for a while now. Like, yes, he's a low elo demon, but he's always going to be a low elo demon. But that doesn't mean we should hold back how, you know, he performs in the state of the game. Oh no, oh no, no, we completely misunderstood how to help. Oh no, okay. So, Reaper sustained from his passive leads to high survivability in close range. A slight reduction in lifesteal will maintain his durability while reducing the self-healing reliability instead in engagements. A slight reduction in lifesteal maintains his durability while reducing his self-healing reliability extending. Is this statement kind of contradictory? Anyways, so the replaying lifesteal has gone down to 25%. I'm not a big fan of this. They're making Reaper clunkier over time. Very, very questionable change, but like, I mean, he's not even that strong. Like, he kind of fell off the meta. Like, where is Symmetra? Why is Symmetra and Venture missing? Where's the Genji buffs? Vendetta. Okay, here we go. So Vendetta performed well during her hero trial, through her effectiveness fell off at the high ranks. This was gonna happen. Like, she's really like in the high level like scrims that we did. As I spoke about her as well. Vendetta was really rough in those. So these change are aims at making her ability feel more responsive to better flow, reducing a few of the longer recovery times. Oh my god, are they doing it? They're removing the clunk from the kit, make the passive easier to upkeep through the projectile speed adjustment. To keep her engagement range in check, we're reducing the maximum distance you can throw the sword with sword. No, 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 don't do this. Why? But this means it'll also take less time to perform and be a bit snappier. Okay, I mean, sure, the survivability perks have been buffed slightly to make the choices more competitive. Okay, wait, let me see the changes. Generally, reduce recovery times of team fighting overhead, whirlwind dash, and projectile edge by about 15%. Okay, this is one of the things we have to feel, but this is going to be a huge quality of life buff. Projected edge, projectile speed increased to 37. Ooh, that fire strike is going to hit now. Okay, so that's not bad. That's a nice buff. It's not anything over the top. Soaring slice, max throw distance reduced from 16 to 40. Okay, that's not bad. Sure, like you'll probably feel this on the bigger maps, but like on most maps, like that are close range and mid range, like this is fine. Like, sure, siphoning strike perk lifesteal increase from 30% to 40%. Whoa! I don't think we need to do that, but like, okay, that's crazy. Oh, okay, it was already good at 30%, but 40% is insane. Jesus, okay. Swift Vengeance perk overhealth increases as well to 150. I mean, sure, like, it'll make it a bit more competitive. Venture. Oh, wait, here we go. Venture shield generation, reducing the shield amount slightly maintains the game. Shield health gained per ability reduced from 30 to... Okay, nice. I wanted a full 10 reduction down to 20, but I'm willing to start with 25 and see how Venture performs. I don't want to get rid of the character, okay? And maybe can we remove the camera lock on this character too? Like, if we're smoothing out like characters with camera locks, can we do it for Venture too? It'll just help the character feel better. This is great. Okay, so these two are really good changes. I really like these two changes. Venture and Vendetta, really good changes, right? So it's like a slap on the wrist. That should help the Venture and like a little bit take a hit during the meta, and it'll allow Vendetta to really enter the game, right? Disappointing not to see any Genji buffs in here or Symmetra nerfs, especially with how horrible his is how he's performing, but I guess they want to wait one extra patch to see that if he doesn't perform, then they'll probably giga buff him in the coming patch. So positives and negatives. Anyways, moving on to Baptiste. Immortality field cooldown reduced to 22 seconds each. I mean, they could just rework this ability. Like, it's gonna always bounce between 22 and 25. Illari, projectile size reduced from 0.75 to 0.5. Whoa, why are we nerfing Illari? Hello, what are we doing? Captive Sun? What? Did they forget why they buffed this? Because she could never hit anything? This character is just an overglorified heal bot. You're just healing on this character. This character doesn't do anything. Just rework the ultimate. Make it so that the Captive Sun just blows up and like heals your team even more. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm so disappointed in this change. I don't understand the thought process behind this change. I really don't understand where and what data do they have that makes them think, yes, Illari is really strong right now. Juno, this one kind of got leaked. Mediblaster. So Mediblaster can now deal critical damage against enemies. This is really damn good. This is really damn good. I kind of wish they would give her crit to allies as well, but this is a good start. I don't know if this is going to immediately move Juno into the meta, but it should help Juno feel better when she's taking 1v1s and allow her to actually fight back. So this is really nice, right? Kiriko's Kuna has a strong damage output with its high critical damage and lack of fall off, reducing the projectile size. Okay, so if we're just gonna pick and choose the projectile size problems, why don't we just revert Season 9? Why don't we just revert Season 9? I don't understand why are we committing to Season 9. This is getting ridiculous at this point. This is getting ridiculous at this point. Just revert Season 9, rebalance the game beyond that point. This is getting ridiculous. Wuyang's movement burst from Rushing Torrent. Yeah, I mean, the Rushing Torrent is really strong. Movement speed getting reduced to 40%. Okay, sure. Like, Doomfist gets added to Stadium. This is all the Stadium stuff. Like, huge patch notes there. Yeah, Cassidy gets a big rework for Stadium. Oh, whoa. Genji changes. Genji's changes. These changes for Stadium Genji broaden Genji's build diversity and reinforces identity as a highly mobile, high skill cap assassin. Powers like Forge into Fire Hammer healing receive significant stat increases to enhance survivability and reward aggressive play. Why are we buffing the perks, the powers that are sustain based? Why are we buffing sustain? Weapon items such as Spike Grift and Swift Loader now offer more meaningful tempo boost. That's nice. Improving Genji's ability to change engagement fluidly. Ability and survival items have been due to strengthen mobility, cooldown management, and defensive expression. Overall, this update aims to make more of Genji's item path and viable and exciting without pushing his burst lethality beyond intended limits. Okay. Stadium team, I trust you guys way more with this character than the other guys. Okay. I want you guys to understand, like, he feels really bad right now because he's lacking the burst or he's lacking the ammo. Okay. So I want to see what you guys do to cook. So Force Under Fire, healing increased to 125% up from siege, but that's insane. That's insane. But we need to be able to reduce the flex cooldown to allow him to use this more frequently. Hanamura healing damage increased to 35% up from 25%. Wait, but oh, is this the amount of damage that it hits? Overhead duration is now infinite. What? Overhead duration is now infinite? Up from 5 seconds? Wait, we just turned Genji into a tank? Yo, what? Spike Grip, rare weapon, hero item, ammo restore increased to 35% up from 20. Added attack speed? Ooh, go, you guys are cooking. Wait, I'm seeing the vision. Although like, I'd prefer the lethality, but like, I'm willing to try this. Swift Loader, epic hero weapon item, redesigned to using Swift Strike, restores 20% ammo and gives 20% attack speed? Wait, so I can finally do my attack speed Genji build? Oh, it's very expensive, damn. Traversal kinetics, this is needed a big change. Added 10% weapon power, 10% ability power. Yo, Stadium team, you guys are cooking, bro. Cost decreased to 9,000, down from 10k. Deflecting dash down to 9k, this was needed. Equilibrium gear, added 5% cooldown reduction. Oh, that's really nice. This is to account for the fact that he's on 10-second cooldowns. You guys are feeling it too, aren't you? That change was really stupid. Added Swift Strike, resets additional jumps. Wait, that's crazy. So wait, you can now double jump, Swift Strike, and then double jump again. Slicey Coolant, epic survival hero item. Deflect now deflects attacks from both sides. Oh, this is interesting. And Juno got adjusted for that. Okay, they kind of cooked. Like, not the direction that I would take the character, but they kind of cooked. So this is really, really cool. But this kind of confirms my theory. They want Genji to be a sustained base fighter and not a dive, like hardcore dive DPS with lethality. Sure. Okay, all right. My final patch reviews. Like the same team. Okay, nice. So they saw Winston was overperforming. That's a nice nerf. Sure, like I think Orisa was a little bit weird in Stadium anyway. Why are we increasing the damage? Whoa. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Why are we buffing Hazard? So, okay, so this is for the primary fire-based builds. Okay, sure. Ability power decrease to 5%. Okay, so, sure. Okay, so as usual, the Stadium team cooks because they're always willing to experiment and try new things. I'm sure all of this is going to be nice as well, so we'll check it out like in a Stadium dedicated video. We'll talk about the characters over there. So, okay, like I'll rate all the changes. Good change. I'm not a look. I know she's strong in high level play. She has an abysmal win rate, but I'm not a fan of this type of changes. So I'm gonna just give it 50-50 on this one. This is a very good change. This is a very bad change. This is a good change. Like he needs the help, but like it is what it is. This is a very good change. This is really damn good. Like Vendetta's changes are very good. Willing to let them cook. They didn't hit the HP bar, so sure. Very damn good change. Very questionable change. Don't really understand what they want from the character. Like they say one thing and then they do another thing. So thumbs down. Like willing to try and feel this, but I really think Freya's gonna fall off. Like it feels like there's a lot missing from here. We'll talk about it in depth later. This is a very good change for Bastion. It's not gonna make him broken, but like, it's just a nice like quality of life thing. Really needed change for Sigma. Very disappointing nerf for Reinhardt. Not a fan of this. Like sure, whatever. And then like this is like whatever. Like it's fine. So overall, I'll give the patch maybe 7 out of 10. The lows are really low and the highs are really high. Game's gonna be really interesting, but please, for God's sake, like how are Zarya, Symmetra, and Genji dodging changes? Like Zarya and Sim and Diva need to be nerfed, and Genji needs to be buffed. I don't care what anybody says. At the very least, if he's gonna be a sustained fighter, please just give him his ammo back. That's going to be it for this video, everybody. See you in the next one. Let me know your thoughts down below, by the way.